am Jacob Matthew Crawford, and this is...
Hello, Alex again.
And this is the first reaction video of ours that's going to be up on the Movie Buff Reactions channel.
Ooh, new channel?
Yeah, and we recently did a reaction video for the Blockbuster Buster's review of the 1989 Punisher film. And I thought, well, I have him here. We would do a reaction to one of Erod's pros and cons videos. For anyone who doesn't know, the Blockbuster Buster is a really talented movie reviewer. He does these videos called pros and cons, where he, as the title says, weighs the pros and cons of a movie that has divided audiences. Movies like Minions or, let's see, Terminator Genesis. Today we're going to watch his pros and cons for a movie that Alex has a few mixed opinions on.
Ooh, this one's going to be tough for me.
Star Trek Into Darkness. Let's get into it.
Perfect pros and cons, though. No, it isn't. I do love the score, though. Love it. It's like music porn at the beginning of this movie. Whew, love it. Love the score.
The score for Into Darkness was pretty awesome.
Yep. Chills.
Lightsabers.
Yep.
Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm Erod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. In 2009, the unthinkable happened. The franchise that experts said could never be revitalized was successfully rebooted. The original 1966 Star Trek, the most famous, most beloved, and most influential sci-fi series of all time, which is considered by many to be sacred ground. And the idea of different actors playing the original Enterprise
But they pulled it off.
is something that was so
Surprisingly, yes.
hardcore Trekkies and casual viewers alike. But somehow, someway, J.J. Abrams and his Bad Robot production team made it work, starting a whole new chapter for the most iconic space hero sci-fi has ever known. Easily becoming the most successful Star Trek film to date, it was only a matter of time before we saw a sequel. And while the sequel did incredibly well at the box office as well as home video, it is still heavily criticized and scrutinized by the fans. And when this happens, it is once again time for a little segment I like to call Pros and Cons. This is when I weigh the good qualities of a movie against the bad ones. Alright, let's jump right into this epic space opera with The Plot. While in the midst of an escalating conflict with the Klingon Empire, things go from bad to worse when a Federation agent goes rogue and starts dismantling Starfleet bit by bit.
Didn't mind.
The Enterprise crew is dispatched to hunt him
Started
down.
out very well, I thought.
Yep.
There is a far bigger conspiracy at play. So, is this a good plot?
That's
or
like
a
6.
bad
There
one?
was inter-federation politics.
The first film established a far more fast-paced and action-packed style to the new franchise, and Star Trek Into Darkness definitely delivered on that account, with its revenge-driven plotline. Was this a good thing? Sort of. While Into Darkness is definitely a fun, non-stop, adrenaline-fueled thrill ride, it seems like they forgot that the Star Trek crew are explorers, not space police. Hell, even Scotty makes this observation. This is clearly a military operation. Is that what we are now? Because I thought we were explorers. In the first film, they got away with having our heroes go after the bad guys because they pretty much stumbled upon an unforeseen conflict. This time around, Kirk and crew pretty much jump into a powder keg for the sake of vengeance. And while Kirk eventually relents and agrees
that's
to
Kirk.
capture a fugitive
Yeah.
instead of murdering him, the idea
Part of his
of
personality.
Starfleet agreeing to use their resources to execute a criminal just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And it definitely strays away from the peace-seeking philosophy established by Gene Roddenberry.
Sure, but he was wrong on some other things too.
Yeah.
Despite your attempt to convince me Otherwise, you seem to have a conscience, Mr. Kirk.
Now let's take a look at the players in this spacefaring tale. Cast in characters. Star Trek is a franchise that contains some of the most pop culture relevant characters in all of sci-fi. So, did the filmmakers honor this? I've said it before and I'll say it a million times. They did an astonishing
Nailed
job
it.
of recasting the original Enterprise crew.
A+ work.
Definitely agree. They don't look 100% like the originals, but as far as getting people to redo them, it was
Character to
excellent.
character. I can't even think of a weak point.
They all nailed the original characters'
Yes.
personalities perfectly, especially Chris Pine.
Now let's talk about the rest of the characters. The villain in this movie is played by Benedict Cumberbatch, who is one of the greatest, most beloved, and critically acclaimed actors of our time. And his performance in this film is just as great and impressive as any other in his career.
Until
He spawned more arguments and more debates than anything that he has ever done in any other movie or any other show that he has ever
he was with me. I was with him up until the Khan revelation. Right there. Lost it. Up to that point, totally with it.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been better if he was just an original character.
Yes.
When you stop to consider that he has only made 2 canonical appearances throughout the course of the original series. He is a ruthless, genetically
It felt lazy to me. Lazy.
Yeah, and just, he looks, sounds, and doesn't even have the same personality as the original.
Yes.
Even though it's supposed to be the same universe.
Yeah, and I think it's the personality aspect that I have the biggest problem with.
Yeah.
People were taken aback by the fact that Khan was portrayed by a Caucasian actor, as they felt that the character should have been played by either an Indian actor, as that is Khan's actual race, or a Latino actor, as he was originally portrayed by Mexican superstar Ricardo Montalban. Garrett Wang, the actor who played Ensign Kim on Star Trek Voyager, was very boisterous about this.
Garrett Wang's always complaining about something.
Highest of esteems, I have to respectfully disagree. As my philosophy is that a role should go to the absolute best actor available, no matter race or gender.
Yeah, but it doesn't work here.
Star Trek Into Darkness was being made, they could have picked a better actor to play Khan. But I will admit that if given the choice between the 2 actors, I still do prefer Ricardo Montalban's version better. From Hell's Heart.
But I'm biased. Oh, I can't even watch it. It's so good. Oh, I'm biased though. I don't know.
Now, let's talk about the character that nobody debated about. This is Carol Martin,
Yeah.
played by Alice.
There's
Her
your
purpose in this
your
movie is,
point there with the
she is an
weak
expert in
females.
missile technology, and nobody
Yeah.
on the Enterprise crew is smart enough to figure out the engineering specs of a missile. Except for Mr. Spock and Chekhov and Scotty. Oh, I know. She is the daughter of Admiral Marcus, who is one of the main antagonists in the movie. And it is through his love for her that Carol talks him into sparing the Enterprise crew. Wait, no. He
Nah.
just teleports her off the Enterprise and attacks them anyway. Why is this character there?
Bow chicka wow wow.
Yup. She's just there to satisfy the dumb, horny, booger-eating boy demographic. And this emphatically pointless frame of Carol in her underpants for no apparent reason serves as undisputable evidence of that. Now, the most famous counter-argument to this is that in the first movie there is a scene in which Uhura strips down to her underwear. Well, the difference is that this scene has a purpose, as it services the subplot that most of the members of the Enterprise crew either hate or don't trust Kirk, making him the unlikely hero that ends up leading them to victory. Uhura's hatred and distrust of
I guess.
Kirk is further
And it was also a
increased in
funny
this
scene.
in
Yeah.
which he finds himself hilariously trying to hide under a bed in her quarters after fooling around with her roommate. The situation is made even more awkward when Uhura starts to change clothes with Kirk still in hiding. Not only is this very funny, but it serves as a major character arc in the movie. This has no purpose. 1 minute Kirk and Carol are talking, next minute underpants. This scene is so notorious that
I mean, it's dumb, but I don't think it was worth the little controversy it caused.
True. I think it was overblown. I think it was forced to work in the Marcus connection to Star Trek II as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See my uniform. Now let's talk about the element that set the new franchise apart from the old one. Astonishing action.
Yep, the action was incredible in this movie.
Philosophical debates and its exploration of the human condition. The new franchise is best known for over-the-top, big-budget sci-fi action. Yeah.
Which is fine, yeah. But I thought it lost me in the last third of the movie.
Agreed.
It was just over the top. Too much.
I would say yes.
And I actually fell asleep in the last third of this, rewatching it once. Despite the action, it was just constant, so much unchanging action.
While the action sequences are excellent, there is nothing new here. This movie suffers from a severe case of sequelitis, as it repeats a lot of the moments from the original. Phaser gun battle?
Or
Free fall through
Star
space?
Trek 2, just trying to copy it. Lazy.
He's gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Moving terrain? Check. See? Sequelitis. One of my absolute favorite moments is when Kirk and Scotty are running through the ship as it is spinning out of control. Personally, I think the movie could have used a lot more innovative moments like this one. One day I've been on this ship. One bloody day. Now let's look at the
And it had character development. That scene had character development.
Yeah.
design and effects. This is a big budget blockbuster movie. Did it live up to that reputation? Absolutely. The one thing that nobody can complain about is that these movies look beautiful. The production design both tributes to source material.
Good mix of
and
the old,
places
but giving it a more modern movie
The ships are
appeal.
beautiful.
I also agree that while the movie has a shitload of CG, it is one of those films where the CG enhances the experience. While I admire the ingenuity of the filmmakers from the original films, the computer graphics of the new movies allow the effects team to achieve visuals that were never
Yes,
possible
magical.
before. And as far as I'm concerned, Star Trek has never looked better. Scotty, it's Kirk. Oh, well now. Imagine Captain James Tiberius Perfect here. All right, as usual, we end with the most debated element. Wrath of the Fans. While the first movie was a prequel sequel, as it takes place before the original series, but after TNG, since the future Spock travels back in time, man, that makes me go cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Star Trek Into Darkness is a requel, as it is a sequel of the 2009 Star Trek and a remake of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, which is not only the most beloved movie in the entire franchise, but it is
Unquestionably.
one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever made.
I like First Contact the best.
Movie, a remake of The Wrath of Khan, a good idea. Personally, I thought it was a bold move to just jump right into one of the biggest
It was bold.
important sections of the Star Trek mythos, as it definitely raised the stakes to have them not just take on the biggest villain in the franchise, but the most important moral dilemma as well.
Just
The
make him a
needs of the
different
many
character.
outweigh the needs of the few.
Like a Bane. Make him a Bane.
People didn't feel that way. Emulating The Wrath of Khan is a mistake that has come back to bite the filmmakers
Yes.
in the past, as the fact that the TNG movie, Star Trek Nemesis,
Which I
is
liked.
nothing but a subpar remake of The Wrath of Khan.
Well, it is similar.
It was distant enough, though, that I liked that one.
It was similar, but not to the point where it was obvious.
Yeah.
This part, this just-
Rip-off, lazy.
While this film is very well written and very
This
well
just
performed,
hurts.
it still doesn't live up to the greatness of Wrath of
There's
Khan.
no emotion. Like, this was so emotional. That has no emotional, gravitas.
All I can think in the new one is it's just an imitation. There's no, I don't care as much.
Very worthy sequel. While I agree that it is extremely
Heart-wrenching
hard not to
funeral.
compare it to Wrath of Khan, I also feel that it's very unfair to do so. It's like comparing Clerks to It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. They're both great comedies. They're just at very different levels, and they both concentrate on
Emotion versus the action.
Sci-fi movies, but one is a cerebral exploration of morality,
With emotion.
longevity, and obsession, and the other is an action-adventure summer blockbuster.
And we got to know the original
as it otherwise
cast
remains.
in the original
It was a
franchise
tasteless
longer
addition
before
to the
this
modern
one.
Yeah.
franchise. And while it might have hastily jumped the gun and tackled the biggest story and the biggest villain way too soon, it still delivered a thrilling, worthy continuation. So in conclusion, while I do not dispute any of the points against it, I still love this movie and enjoyed the hell out of it. So, am I looking forward to Star Trek Beyond? Well, with a script written by Simon Pegg and the villain being played by Idris Elba, hell yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. My only hope, and this will sound weird, but my only hope is that they stop at 3. They make 3 movies, they make a trilogy, and they stop. As far as
I don't see that happening.
most movie franchises,
Yeah,
are at best
not gonna happen.
Too successful.
Rod.
concise.
Even though the third one had a poor ending.
I know this won't happen. I know they will keep making movies for as long as they can get away with, but hey, that's just my opinion. Make 3 movies and then move on to something else. Keep in mind, the Star Trek universe is not limited to the original series. There's plenty of Star Trek universe.
Granted, yes.
Or at least,
Yeah.
that's my opinion. Until next time, I'm Erod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster.
To this.
I am the captain of the Starship Enterprise.
Captain Kirk, this is Spock. Please step on the transporter.
Dilithium crystals hit by Klingon missiles. No! I'm a doctor, not an actor, not a milkman. What does that mean? And I'm sorry, he's dead, Jim. Photon torpedo! Lieutenant, Uhura, open hailing frequencies. Yes, Captain Kirk, open hailing frequencies, sir. Let's boldly go where no one's gone before. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. Zulu, go to
Dedicated to Gene Roddenberry, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelly, and James Doohan.
That still is way too slow. Warp
Too many gone already.
Too damn slow. It's too damn slow.
And more since this video came out.
Yep.
No, Mr. Jacob, I am firing torpedo.
That will not work and would be illogical to me. To me.
Join the Legion, suckers!
My name is Khan.
No.
Yeah.
Who is that? Scotty.
So, what did you think of Erod's pros and cons?
Again, as is his style, engaging but fair. I think he had some positives and negatives. The pros and cons there, I think, were pretty dead on.
Yeah, he was very fair here. And how much of it do you agree with?
I agree with most of it. I mean, I think the action in that new, just the charisma that the new cast has, the chemistry that the new cast has, is almost as good as the original. They did such a nice job with that. But at the same time, I completely agree with just that aspect of the Wrath of Khan ripoff there and how they should have just gone in a different direction.
What do I think of Star Trek Into Darkness? As an action film, it just kept me on the edge and just got my adrenaline rushing.
At the beginning for me. Loved it.
But my 2 biggest complaints would be Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. I mean, great villain, great performance, but like you and everybody else, he is not Khan.
Mm-hmm.
This character should have been an original villain. It's like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I mean, the performance was good, but
Yep.
it's not the iconic
Believable
villain.
as a villain.
Yeah.
But, period.
It's not like Star Trek can't come up with a new villain.
Right.
So yeah, like, great. I still thought he was great after the Khan reveal, but the fact I just couldn't wrap my head around that this was Khan.
Completely ruined the movie for me.
Just,
But
He's
I'm
not-
biased.
he's nothing like Ricardo Montalban, and just, this felt, it's not just the fact that he doesn't look like him, it's the fact that he doesn't share any of the characteristics of the original Khan either.
Mm-hmm. No machismo.
And as far as it copying The Wrath of Khan, I didn't have a too big a problem with that until the final 20 minutes of the movie when they
the recreated death scene.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
where I just felt like the ending went to shit. Just
That is the defining moment of the entire franchise, and just that it was just,
Yeah.
completely ripped off.
yeah, it's just an imitation.
Cheap.
I don't see any depth or emotion in it. I don't feel bad. I just feel all I can think of is how The Wrath of Khan did so much better and carried so much more with it.
Oh, the emotion.
And the most annoying thing is they couldn't even keep it there. They, unlike the original movies where they kept Spock dead and you weren't sure if he was ever going to come back, they bring Kirk back just 10 minutes later.
Yes. And that's also something I think in the third movie, just the overly convenient endings to these movies. At least the second and the third. I think that is also a detraction.
But yeah, I sort of agree also a little with Erod's opinion on Alice Eve's character. How she doesn't serve any real purpose other than to appear in her underwear. But I also think the scene, while it is forced and not really that special, I don't think it was worth whatever controversy it caused.
Definitely overblown.
And I also disagree with Erod's opinion. If it's not needed, don't include it, because it's just me, because I'm an exploitation junkie, but unnecessary nudity and sexualization all the way.
And there was a point for her being there, establishing the Carol Marcus connection, which then you connect it to David Marcus and whatnot
Supposedly,
later on down the road.
But they don't make a big deal out of it.
They don't, but they introduce it. So.
And from what I heard, she's not in the third movie.
No.
So, yeah, she's there, but they don't make a big enough deal with it. They don't even have any scenes to really establish that she and Kirk are going to have some sort of a relationship.
But that they had in the past, in number 2.
Yeah.
So I can see connecting those pieces together, but...
Despite that, I personally give Star Trek Into Darkness, this is not a review of it, but it's just a quick thought, I give it a 7 out of 10, just from the enjoyment.
I would agree with that.
Khan and the ending were the biggest setbacks, but I had some good points.
I will take any movie with that new cast. Any movie. They are that good.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I like the pros and cons video, and it's cool to see him raise good points on things that are not perfect.
I think even though not all his reviews are structured that same way, I think that's his style with most of his reviews, is that he does a pros and a cons just without calling it that each time.
There are a few movies that he has not given any fairness to, but just the movies that Eric finds just abhorrent, that he feels betrayed by, like Batman versus Superman, because that movie just made he's given up watching that franchise completely because of that and Suicide Squad. But he's a fanboy and he voices the rage of fanboys. It's part of his thing. Yeah, I like this video a lot, and we could react to this again.
All right.
Well, hope you all enjoyed this, and if you want to see the original Star Trek Into Darkness pros and cons video, click the link down below, and see you next time.
Enjoy.